Okay, the digital life hack, it just got better because coming up after it, hear one of the most engaging calls from my weekend show. It's called The Kim Commando Show. Yeah, funny how that works. Most sites track you. It's how they remember your login, keep your shopping cart full, or show you ads. That's normal. But some go way beyond that. Prepare to be shocked. I'm Kim Commando for Endpoint Lock. Stop keyloggers in their tracks with Endpoint Lock. Go to endpointlock.com/Kim for 10% off. There's a free tool that lets you find out just how sites are collecting your personal data in a matter of seconds. It's called Blacklight. Go to themarkup.org/backlight. Enter a website's URL and hit scan. You'll see what's lurking in the background. Ad trackers, session recorders, keyloggers, and third-party cookies. Some don't just track what you click. They record your entire session, kind of like a hidden camera. Again, if you want to know how you're being tracked, check Backlight. It's at themarkup.org/backlight and scan the sites you visit every day. I bet you're not going to like what you see. Get more tips like this with my free newsletter at getkim.com. All right, just as I promised, here's a fantastic call from my show that you've got to hear. Jeff in Bozeman, Montana. Hi there, Jeff.
Hi, Kim. Thanks for taking my call. It's an honor to speak to you.
Well, thank you, Jeff. What's going on?
Well, I had a question. Actually, I was looking for an app or a program or something that would, where you could enter in, say, vitamins, dosages. I mean, maybe take a picture of the bottle or whatever. But I would also like to include medicines. So looking for interactions with supplements that would give you warnings, dosage warnings. So, I mean, just one place. I look and I see lots of reminder type apps, pill apps, you know, like my parents take different pills throughout the day, 3 times a day, once a day, whatever. And it would really make it nice for them, but as well as really the vitamin piece, because I mean, I take a few things and it'll say, like, if you take a Lipitor, you're not supposed to eat grapefruit, you know, just little simple things. It would be all in one spot.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of, you know, that's where you'd come to like RX Drug or use a website for that.
Right.
I think there's a lot of liability if they were to put this in an app, and then it would, you know, if you're taking this, you shouldn't take this, you shouldn't take that. There is something called MedSafe medication management, though. MediSafe is what it's called. It is an app that does give you drug interaction warnings. I'm not sure if it handles supplements, though. That's my question. I'd have to do a little bit of homework with this one. But you can try MediSafe. It's called MediSafe Medication Management. It does do the reminders like you talked about, and it's like a personal health journey, and that's what they call it. And they also have some drug interactions. But you're right. I mean, you do have to be careful with the supplements. That's why when you go to the doctor, they say, okay, you need to tell us every single thing that you're taking, up to and including cod liver oil. I mean, because, you know, that's what I take. So that's why that came to mind. And CoQ10 or whatever else that may be on your plate. But you know what? Let me do some work on this because I'm not sure if it handles supplements, but I know that it does drugs.
So supplements, you know, it's like wild west out there. They're not controlled, and you know, they say it may do this, it may do that, which means it probably doesn't do that, or they'd say it does do it. You know.
Well, yeah, and it's not controlled by the FDA. Right?
Exactly.
And so that's why, you know, when you do buy supplements, you know, you really have to make sure that you're buying them from a legit company, and you can't look at all the claims that they may be making as much as you just have to do your own research, which is what I do. Like, for example, I only buy supplements made by a company called Thorne, Thorne, because in my research, they are the ones that are making sure that that's what's in that pill is exactly what you're getting, because your body is a machine, and we want to make sure that we give it the best stuff around. But then the supplements, you know, you do have to be careful, especially if you're taking some prescription drugs as well, that sometimes they can exacerbate it. I mean, we all know this. But let me see if there's an actual app that will track prescriptions and supplements. I've never looked for one for myself, but it's an interesting question. Now, if any of you are listening, you're like, hey, Kim, I use this app to do this. make sure you just drop me a note. Head over to commando.com and hit that link that says email Kim. That's the best place for me to see it. I know so many folks, you're like, okay, leave it on social media, but you can do that. But I'm just like overwhelmed in life and all these different places and things that I have going on right now. So commando.com and then just hit email Kim. But again, we're looking for an app that does where you can put in your pharmaceutical drugs, you can put in your supplements, and then they'll give you big red flags if they are not supposed to be all taken together. And so we're going to add up all the prescription drugs, all the supplements, and then they're going to tell us what's bad with it. Jeff, thanks for your call today. As soon as we find out something, we'll let you know too. Hey, major thanks for giving me your listening time today. And if a tech question is just gnawing at you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with me. Hop on over to commando.com and hit email Kim. I read every single note. Now, in a digital world, you need to stay up to date. That's why you need my free daily newsletter. You can sign up right now over at getkim.com. That's getkim.com.